do this shout outs and thumbs down. I want people to know this. Whether we cussing this or not, we have respect for any and everybody we talk about. And this shouts out and thumbs down to, okay? Just know that. And this time I'm going to be nice in this part of the show. My first shouts out to, of course, is going to be to Tracy McGrady. 26 points, first game with the Knicks. People thought he was done. People thought he was over. But you see what's going to happen. We play the Rockets in March, so be ready for that.
I like that. I'm going to give a special shout out to, those of y'all don't know, it is the 30th anniversary of the Miracle on Ice when Team USA men's hockey beat the Soviet Union. And, it was a huge ordeal. And now history repeats itself as Team USA this year defeated the heavily favored Team Canada. And they're now advancing to the gold medal championship. So it's kind of ironic that it's just like that, 30 years in the making right there.
Shout outs to our missing panelist, Cleveland Spears, and he's out with the track team, from Mike Moses Middle School. Hope y'all doing well.
Yeah, I'm going to give a thumbs down to NBC for actually not showing that hockey match. I mean, NBC pretty much, they have the Stanley Cup Finals. Put the Olympics on there.
I want to also give a shout out to Ted DiBiase Jr. and Kofi Kingston for their participation in the Raw Chamber. There was a certain spot to where they put Kofi Kingston's head through the chain, so his head was hanging pretty much outside the Elimination Chamber, and he had him in the Boston Crab. That was a good spot in that match of the Chamber. I'm going to give a shout out to both of them for doing that.
I want to give a thumbs down to WWE for trying to recreate Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 26. Y'all are wrong for it.
I'm going to give a thumbs down to Oregon football. They've kicked off another football player. They've had 4 arrests within the last 72 hours. But this player got kicked off for making Facebook remarks about his coach.
I want to give a thumbs down to me, Brandon, and Cleveland. We went back to Vegas. I mean, not Vegas. We went back to Shreveport. And we lost. And it was a shame. We got greedy. My hand caught the itch.
I had to sing.
Now I'm all messed up. It wasn't good.
Well-deserved thumbs down for us.
Wasn't good at all.
But, I will want to give a very, very special shout out to these 3 gentlemen right here. Steve Omari behind the camera over there for holding down the bros in the relationship conversation Thursday night. I got to watch the episode last night. I had never expected it. It was probably the best one I've seen. Hats off to all of you.
I gotta give a special shout out to Arnell for representing the women the way she did.
Oh yeah.
She said she was gonna bring fire, and she did.
She broke fire.
Yeah.
She still lost, but she broke it. But it's all good.
All right. I'm going to give a shout out to whoever is graduating in May. I've already started my countdown.
Chucking that dude. I want to give a shout out to me because I'm awesome. Like me.
I want to give a shout out to Apollo Ono for winning the world record of Winter Olympic medals in the most in history, and he still has at least 3 more events to go. He already has 7 gold medals, and he's going to try and go for at least 3 more. So big shout out to you.
Thumbs down to whoever this dude was in Shreveport, Louisiana, asking for an LG phone. By the time we were walking, we already lost. So why would you come up to 3, pissed off black guys asking for an LG phone to use? We didn't know you, homie, and we weren't going to let you use our phones anyway.
All right, I'm going to give a shout out to Shawnee Davis, African-American speed skater, won in the gold. Congrats, man. Big ups.
You know what? I want to give a thumbs down to Burger King. I went to Burger King before we went to Shreveport on Friday. I ordered a double cheeseburger meal. 3 people after me also ordered a double cheeseburger. But yet I was the last person to get my double cheeseburger. I don't know why. I don't like that. And some people ordered more than 1 cheeseburger and got their cheeseburgers. I don't like that.
At all.
I was going to make a ruckus, but I didn't. Next time I will.
I want to give speaking of fast food restaurants, I want to give a very big thumbs down to Arby's over on University Street. Because I'm not a big fan of Arby's, but me and my roommate went there. And so like there was only 1 person working in the entire restaurant. 1.
Oh.
Arby's, what the fuck? I know he talks about, I talked about that earlier, but that is pitiful. It's Saturday afternoon and it is noon.
Damn.
It is lunchtime and there's a full line outside of old ladies and people that are just trying to get a meal. And you have 1 person working. That is just stupid. End of discussion.
I gotta give a shout out to Arby's curly fries. Thank you for being so damn good.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to Sonic, because without Sonic, there would be no me.
That was gay.
Whatever.
Now, once again, I'm going to give another thumbs down to Dairy Queen.
Another?
Dairy Queen has the nastiest cherry limeade I have ever tasted. It was disgusting.
Was that twice?
Disgusting.
Watery.
Terrible. And the deals there are terrible too.
They don't have a dollar menu.
They stink. The only thing they got is their little 3 to 5 drink special, which is pretty good because they're only 79 cents for any side. That's good, but the drinks stink, so what's the point?
Don't forget about the horrible service.
Lastly on food for me, I want to give a shout out to a very special shout out to Clear Springs for their onion rings. I don't know if y'all ever went down there to have some of their onion rings, but they are the best.
And this is my final one for me, y'all. My final thumbs down goes out to Joe Rogan, UFC commentator. This dude, there was some UFC match over the weekend, and this dude says, to be the legend, you have to beat the legend. Joe Rogan, you are a fucking biter. You took that shit from Ric Flair, homie. To be the man, you got to beat the man.
You know what? It's okay to bite because everybody bites at some point in life. Everybody does it. But I can understand your frustration. And I want to give a shout out to who? Richard Pryor and Red Fox. Because that's who I was listening to on the way to Shreveport and back from Shreveport. Them boys had me rolling while I was driving.
And Liberty.
Literally, rolling while I was driving. Funny as hell. Funny as hell.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the Honorable. On the way back from Shreveport Friday, it was late. My eyes were wide open. His eyes were wide open. But Cleveland, that's my boy,
Who was behind the wheel.
was slowly giving in to the sleep. My boy Gallon reached over and steered the wheel. My brother, that is some good awareness.
Appreciate that.
And this has...
Hold up.
Got one more?
The last shout out goes to Cleveland's mom and dad
Oh, yes.
for making that delicious home cooked meal
Pork chops.
Sunday.
Boy.
It was great. And I want to thank you again. And we will be down there pretty soon for another home cooked meal.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. That's for sure.
And we will be hungry.
Yes.
For sure.
And that has been the range for today, and we will see you later.
You see that? You see that?